Welcome back to the freezing cold fields of Perthshire. And bad news, folks. Spanish Simòn is here. The sun is in my eyes, as you can see, but Simon is back out to join me on a day's digging. So,
a sunny day here.
A beautiful sunny day here in Perthshire. It was cold last night, we had a frost, and even now the temperature's only about 6 or 7 degrees, which is about 35 Fahrenheit. So we're wrapped up, but the sun is out, the skies are blue, and we've already been out. We got here, we drove for 20 minutes, we got here, parked up, and then someone phoned me to say that Simon's car alarm was going off, so we had to stop. We had to drive all the way back home to then turn it off, to then come back out again. So this is us finally.
Something happens when I am here.
The misery of Simon. Right, we've got all sorts here. The hill behind me, we've got Bronze Age, 3,500 to 4,000 years ago. Away off to my left, we've got a medieval house from the 14th century through until the present day. And off to this side, to my right, we've got an old mill from the 1700s. So anything is possible.
The Nazis.
Let's go and see what we can find. Well, I've walked all of 3 steps and I've got my first digger. '78, '79, might be a bit of lead. Simon's digging a hole as well. Well, it's not lead, it's a tin can. So having got no tin cans or aluminium on the last dig, straight in with one today. Well, I got off to a great start. A hat trick of aluminium tin cans in the opening 2 minutes. And Simon's dug one target so far. There he is in the horizon. I shouted to him, anything good? And he said, I think it's a bit of metal. Who would have thought? Metal with a metal detector. But this sounds a lot better. 83, 84. We've got a clod. We've got lead, I think. We got a little fragment of lead. Well. We've got a bit of a faint 67. Definite button territory. Or a wee bit of lead. Nothing but junk so far. Most of which won't make the outtakes. Or won't make the... I'm not very good with this pinpointer, am I? It's fallen out, there it is there. Oh, it is a button. I thought it was going to be a turner for a wee second. We got a 4-holer. A 4-holer. I've only metal detected this field for literally half an hour previously. So it is pretty much undetected, because I've not even done 1% of the field. But we've got a button, probably 80, 100 years old, something like that. This sounds more like it. A nice 88, 89, much crisper signal. Be a coin. Please be a coin. Be nice to get one in early. That is not a coin. Might be a little cufflink though. It's not, it's a little stud. It's a little stud from leather. Leslie's magic tool. Give it a wee brush. So it is, it's a little stud, maybe off of horse gear or tractor equipment, but yeah, probably a couple of hundred years old at most. 81 this time. Much more consistent target. But is it anything good? Doesn't look like it. Oh, well, shows you what I know. Honestly, that, folks, is a coin. 100% a halfpenny. Slightly bent halfpenny, but it is a halfpenny. And it looks fairly shiny. And guess who? Shock horror. Our good friend, Gorgy Georgie. Well, I have to say, I do prefer him in gold or silver, but it's a wee halfpenny. See if we get a date, and we will. We will. 1919, I think it is. 1919, yeah, it is. 1919, a halfpenny of Gorgeous George. Was he gorgeous? Well, I'm not convinced, but that's the name that I've given him, and it's stuck. So, 1910 to 1936 oversaw British rule during the Great War, the First World War, and he was the spitting image. He was the twin of his cousin in Russia, Nicholas, or was it Alexander? Oh my God, I can't remember now. Yeah, Tsar Nicholas, who was killed during the Russian Revolution. There you go, coin number 1. I'm going for about 45 minutes. This is a dog's dinner. Way up to 98, way down to 81. It seems like quite a big target. I suspect it's probably going to be a bit of copper pipe or fencing wire or something like that. But we'll film it. Just in case. Not sure if we're in or out. We're out. That feels hard. It's a great big bit of lead. Wow, it's a big chunky piece. Very big chunky piece just under the surface. Initially I hope maybe a palm guard, but nope, it's just a wee random piece of lead. But we'll get that weighed in for scrap. 83, 82, it's going to be aluminium, I think. Just get that little irony tone there. And actually I think I can feel something big under the surface. There's something big and metallic there. Oh, it's massive. My God, what is that? I've got a bomb. Look at that. My God. Oh. It's a hand grenade. It's one of those German ones. Well, I think you'd be doing well to throw that, but I think we'll put this at the edge of the field for just now. Just I'll stay with you for a second, just in case it blows up, so you can see my final moments. Right, I think we'll pop that there. So yes, hopefully not a hand grenade. Don't know where Simon's gone. I've completely lost him. Look at that whole field. Can't see him anywhere. He must be in a little hollow somewhere. Either that or he's lying down having a wee siesta. Unfortunately, we've lost the sun. It's got a little bit colder and cloudier, but we might have a coin. 86, 87. It is the right readout for a penny. It is indeed. And if this isn't a penny, Simon's going to eat my hat. Right, I think we might be in here. Maybe. We are. Right, anything obvious? Not in there. That's a stone. Still in here. Oh, it's lead, I think. As you can see, it's literally been on the surface. Is it a spindle whorl? No, it's not, because it's like a plug. Well, looks like it's the woolly hat for Simon for lunch. What have we got? Something lead. Very heavy lead. But it's more like a cap. Strange. Any writing on it? Any decoration? Possibly some letters or a stamp on there. No idea what that is. It can't be a pot main because it's got that wee hole going into it which doesn't go all the way through. Let me just get my... what did I just do with my brush? There it is. Let's see, how far in does it go? Oh, it goes in a fair wee bit actually. More than I was expecting. But yeah, I've got no idea what that is, but it does look like there's some sort of impression or some letters there. So let me know in the comments below. I think we might have found 2 hand grenades in a day. Well, no, just a pole this time. So again, we'll just place that in the edge of the field and clean that up later. Another big bit of lead. It looks like it's been circular with a hole in the middle and it's been folded over, but it's a chunky big piece. Date and purpose unknown. A very ropey 60. Initially I saw it and I thought that cannot be a coin. And it is not a coin. It's a... oh, it's got holes in it. It's got holes in it. It's like a wee wheel. It is a wheel. It's a wee lead wheel. Off a kid's toy car, I'm guessing. There you go. Well, find of the day so far. There you go. An old lead toy car. And because it's made of lead, I'm guessing it's probably about 1900 into maybe 1930 or 40. Then they changed to tin, I think. So there you go. Probably find of the day. Here he is, folks.
Yeah.
The great big Spaniard. Well, Simon, what have you got?
A nice collection of bottoms.
A collection of bottoms.
Yes.
Wow, impressive.
Well, I think one of these is quite old, eh?
An old bottom.
Yes.
You don't get them often. Right, let me put you back in the holder for a wee second. Oh, buttons.
Well, yeah. What?
Not bottoms.
Yeah, well, that one.
Yeah, it's a wee dome shape. Could be Georgian, 1800s.
Even.
And this one is a big dandy button.
And here,
17.
with part of the code.
1780, 1800 for that as well. And again, you got a wee bit of fabric still attached. He's the button kid. Again, probably 17 or 1800s. So 3 buttons.
Yeah, so people
300 years old.
Coming here with jackets, not with coins.
As I always say to new detectorists, don't throw anything away, because Simon also got this. And I had one of these maybe a year and a half ago. And I got various different suggestions as to what it could be for, but I don't think I ever found out entirely. But I think the suggestion was a loom weight for weaving, for a hand loom. But because mine also had that same notch cut in it, and it had little nipples on the top, so it's old. 300, 400, 500 years old, maybe older, but let us know in the comments below. It'll be interesting to finally find out exactly what it is. So we're started again. I've got a target right here. It's a very crisp 86, 87. Simon's got a target as well right here, so I'll just check his. Iron.
No, yeah. No.
Nope, that's something there. Is that where you were?
Yeah.
70, 71. Copper or lead maybe.
Yeah, 15.
Right, let's see how your digging skills have improved. Well, not very. Look at that action. I think he's dug in the wrong place as well. I think it's nearer your foot. Oh, he's dropped his glasses now as well.
Just be in front of the camera.
Wow, it's quite something to watch. No, he was in the right place.
Yeah, he's out.
71, 72. Let's see if you're any better with a pinpointer than me. Roman denarii.
Another bottle.
That's the stone, Simon.
Yeah.
It's there, I can see it. Yeah, that's it. Oh,
That's a piece of,
bit of lead.
no, the
Aluminium.
aluminium, yeah.
Oh well. Alright, Simon's got a 94, 95 on my readout. I think you've dug in the wrong place, Simon.
No, well, let me see.
Could be a bottle top.
No.
It's there.
It's still quite wrong.
You're only
Wow.
You're only 3 feet away.
Just in case, it's a big piece of axe.
A big piece of an axe.
This is still
Still in a hole. That shoe broke it in two.
no.
Right, I'm going to have to turn this off because it's painful to watch. Right, I had to dig it for him. Look at that, out in the first spade hole. Spade full. Come on, Simon, give us something amazing.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Nearer there.
Yes, well,
Great big bit of lead, is it?
horrible, lead.
Is it lead?
No, it's a piece of
Oh, it's aluminium. A very sweet 86, 87. It's a coin, maybe. It is a coin. You beauty. Big penny. It's going to be 2-0 to the DEUS. It's George again. Look at that. Gorgeous George. Right, I'll clean this up off camera and we'll get right back to you.
Ah, well done.
Oh, there we go. Gorgeous George, looking in exceptionally good condition. Just a little bit of corrosion on the bottom edge. So, 1917, just towards the latter part of the Great War, the First World War, and April 1917 is when the United States Senate and then later the House voted to declare war on Germany, and that was America entering the First World War. Oh, belly's rumbling. Brilliant, great find in coin number 2, 2-0 to the XP against the Equinox. This one was a bit tetchy, 67, and it's a thimble, I do believe. Definitely. It's a little copper thimble dropped by a field worker, either stitching up sacks of crops or apparently they used to wear them when they were doing work with straw. Wee stone in it. So there you go. They're quite common finds, we get quite a lot of them, generally one a month anyway, but occasionally you get a silver one, but this one is copper. Date wise, probably Victorian, 1800, 1900. Sounded like big iron. I've got myself another hand grenade. I'm back down that same part of the field. So there you go, some sort of, I don't know, prop or such like. Probably going to be my last target in this field. 85, 86, we're going to jump into the neighbouring field in a minute. Now doesn't sound so good. Old aluminium, I think. Well, we're out anyway. Is that something square? Nope. It's a thing. That looks like a, I was going to say it looks like a nail, but it's lead. It's lead and it's a thing. Strange. Strange looking. It's almost like a nail, but you're not going to use a lead nail. What on earth is that? Oh, nearly. So, I have no idea. If you know, then comment below. Well, I was expecting tin can 87, but it was very erratic. And then I spotted that and I thought, oh, it's a musket ball. But it's not heavy enough. And it looks like it's made of copper alloy rather than lead. So, is it a wee thing? Mystery. Oh, no, it's got a hole in it. It's got a hole in it, so maybe it's a... It doesn't go all the way through, but it's hollow. It is, it's hollow. So what could that be? Possibly the head of a great big hairpin, or a hat pin. Great big long straight bit coming out of there. What do you think? Can't see any decoration, so let me know in the comments below. And date wise, I don't know, 100 years, a couple of 100 years, but could it be even older? Simon has done okay on his way back. He's got himself a Georgian or Victorian doorknob, and he says he's also got himself a coin. I haven't plugged in my microphone, I've unplugged it to give it a wee boost, so hopefully the wind isn't too bad. Oh, he's got himself a halfpenny. George V, surprise, surprise. And date 1928. It's in really nice condition.
And this one, another button.
Oh, we got another button.
It's a collection.
He's the button kid.
Yeah.
So a little silvery tinned button.
I thought it was silver.
No, unfortunately not.
No. I thought when I saw the bride, but no.
Well, it's actually decorated. It's got little stars around it, and maybe a design in the middle. So it looks like a livery button. So it's probably 17 or early 1800s, and that'd have been worn by someone probably with a coat of arms or something on it for a family that they worked for. So there you go, Simon on the finds. Well, that one's interesting. That to me is the rim of a bowl. Looking at the curve on it, quite a big bowl. Probably a real decent size, really big actually when you look at that curve. That's a bronze or a copper alloy. Then I don't know, could be part of a medieval pot. But let me know in the comments below. That's a good sign. And Simon's just come over with one of these, which is a bag seal, or an import seal. You can see a rampant lion in the shield.
Yeah, that I was thinking the rampant.
Yeah, so it's not of Scotland, it's of the Netherlands. This is from the Low Countries. And someone did tell me that if the lion appears, that's the sign of the monarch. You can see the crown just above the shield. And I think that means it dates to 1850 onwards or thereabouts. But it's an import seal, and we get quite a lot of these ones from the Netherlands. But yeah, probably 1850, 1900. Nice little thing. Oh, to say that the tax had been paid on whatever they were exporting.
With a bag of coins inside.
Bag of coins. Simon's got himself a digger, 85. Could be a coin. Nice easy digging soil this compared with the other field. It's like butter. And he's out. So, is he going to draw level at 2-2 for coins? I seem to remember the last time I absolutely wiped the floor with you, didn't I? Was it not 6-0 or 8-0? There it is, I can see it. It's a big bit of lead.
Yes.
Is it?
It's a bit of, yeah, a piece of lead, yeah.
That is a big piece of lead. A very big piece of lead, very chunky. Is it one solid piece or is it a bit that's been folded? Nope, one solid piece of lead. Oh well, poor Simon. Moment of truth. On my machine it's an 88, on Simon's it's a 25. 24. Look at that spade action. He's getting better every time. Oh, amazing, Simon. It's out, it's in the clod. Excuse me. Come on, Simon, give us the treasures. Treasures of the ancients. That's not a treasure of the ancient. That's a great big fitting.
Well, square coin.
Square coin, yeah. Could be. It's kind of like a keyhole almost, isn't it?
Ah, yes.
Keyhole-y plate kind of thing, but two keyholes rather than one.
And where is the door?
Where is the door? Yeah, you'll probably find that in a minute.
The door of for the coins. Or the denaries.
Well, not sure about that one. It's a thing. Mystery item number 417. It's kind of dome shaped, a little bit like a button. But is it a button? Or is it something else? I've no idea. Well, the other day it was hares, great big rabbits, hares that we had for company. Today it's deer, roe deer. You normally don't get this close to them, but maybe they haven't spotted me yet. Well, this was a real scratchy one. 47, as you know, if in doubt, dig it out. Oh, it might be a button, actually. It looks kind of dome shaped. I think it might be. Oh, dropped it. Hopefully it wasn't a priceless artefact. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a button. Let's give it a wee brush. I was hoping it was going to be a military one and it would be decorated, but it looks pretty plain to me. So it's a two-piece button. The bit with the loop attached has dropped off, vanished. But it is a button, dome shaped, probably 18 into the beginning of the 1900s. Well, that was a big old deep hole to find just over half a horseshoe. That's the half there. So you can see just how big that hoof is. Pretty massive. Great big Shire horse pulling the plough back in the days of old. Very good recovery depth on that one. I think it's a button. You can just see a little bit of gilding. You can see that gold colour just coming through. So is it a button? It is a button. There's the loop, which is broken or flattened. Right, I'll give this a wee clean up off camera, let it dry out and see if there's any detail. Well, it's not exactly amazing, but still, it's a wee button. Would have been gilded. And that's probably Georgian. 17 into the early 1800s. I've got an ear blower. 94, 95, 96. Silver. Bottle top. Brass. Great big horse buckle maybe. Still in there. If it doesn't come out now, I'm disappointed, or I think I'm going to be. It's going to be big, deep aluminium, isn't it? Well, I'm in the right place. Let's try and scoop a wee bit out. Right, going to turn you off for a sec and enlarge the hole. Well, I can see it. Came out on the second spadeful. Oh, I don't believe it. It's a plug. It's even bigger than that one Albert got the other day. Oh, brilliant. Probably from a drinking trough. Scrape that mud out. Look at the size of that. In fact, it might even be a fuel cap off an old tractor as well. But there you are, a whopper, absolute whopper of some sort of lid or plug or such like, and probably about 100 years old. I was so close to giving up there because I thought that was going to be deep iron, and it wasn't. It's half a doorknob. Not a full one, but a half one. Probably Victorian or Georgian. Half a doorknob, half a horseshoe, and now we've got half of a decorated horse brass by the looks of it. Decoration on the bridle or the headdress of a big Shire horse. Well, it wouldn't be a day's detecting without a bit of a utensil, maybe a spoon or a fork. As well as being on a roll with doorknobs and hammered coins, I'm also on a roll with finding taps. A little gas tap, I'm guessing. There we go, a nice wee lid off of a little bottle. Pond's, that's face cream, is it not? I'm sure they still make that. I think I've called coin about 10 times in the last half hour, and I think now, typical, the one I don't film is a coin. That looks pretty chunky. Ugh, looks pretty crusty as well. Quite waterlogged down here in this field, although that side's a lot better looking. Could be a Georgian coin, you know. It's got the right thickness and shape to it. Well, I was wrong. It's not Georgian. Well, it is a George. It's George the Fifth. You can just see the V. Georgius V. There's a head there looking to the left-hand side. On the reverse, you can just make out Britannia. The back's a little bit better, but the date is gone. Sometime between 1910 and 1936. Coin number 3. Well, folks, I've done it again. A really rough 74, and I think we might have another coin. And 74 is far too low for a halfpenny, surely. Well, a modern halfpenny. So it could be Georgian, could be earlier. So I'm going to dry it out and get back to you. It's a beauty. Let me just get the bendy thumb on there, see if we can get any detail. This is the reverse. That is Britannia seated there. Great big ball gown. The date, unfortunately, is missing off the bottom. Otherwise, I think it would be legible. Just see where the date would have been. But that side's pretty good, but this side is even better. So this is a really good condition for a George II in terms of how much detail you can see. Look at that. Georgius 11 Rex, George II, King. So he took the throne in about 1726 and he ruled till 1760. And it was his son that got sent north to deal with Bonnie Prince Charlie, the Duke of Cumberland. So there you go, George II, probably a halfpenny. Great find, good condition. That's a good sign for hopefully other coins.
Looks old. As something for a purpose.
What do you make of this? Simon's got this. It's bronze.
From Bronze Age.
And yeah, it's like a little donut shaped thing. It did look like it's got paint on it, but it's not. It's just the way it's corroded. But it definitely looks pretty old. So what do you think? Some sort of bronze casting, but if you recognise it, then let us know in the comments below. I've been trying to conserve my battery for my microphone, but it's given up. It's given up, but we've got a thing which came through as an 83. Oh, it's a thing. Some sort of medallion maybe. Oh, no, that isn't good. Wow, we've got some, what's called the broken cross. Wow. Now I know that during the Second World War there were a lot of German prisoners of war who were in this area in Perthshire, and they were sent out to work on the fields as agriculture. So that is very interesting. I'm going to clean it up. Simon's shouting me, so he must have found something as well. Back to you in a second. There you go, here's Simon's coin. Now, very difficult to make out, but hopefully by the power of technology you can now see the harp. So this is an Irish issue of a halfpenny. Now the other side I've given it as much rub-a-dubbing with a bendy thumb as I can, but cannot make out a head on there. Maybe you can, but I think it's either going to be George the First, Second or Third. I would guess George the Third, but it could be George the Second, seeing as I've not long had one as well. So, there you go.
The find of the day.
Well, pretty good going. It's an Irish issue halfpenny. Brilliant. 1760, 1820 if it's George the Third, and 1727, 1760 if it's George the Second. Well done. Well, I'll zoom you in a wee bit on my little swastika. You can see there is writing around the outside edge, but I can't make it out.
No, I think it's a cross, or no?
No, it's definitely the Nazi symbol, albeit it's a lot older than Nazism. It goes away back. It goes away back in time, right back 2,000 odd years, I think. Really struggling to focus because we're losing the daylight, but I'll put this in the light box later for a better look. And another crusty wee 4-hole button, probably about 100 years old. We've got a beautiful wee sunset, and there is the big Spaniard, but we're chasing to try and get across the field, but we're just getting too many targets, so I think we're going to have to stop soon. A wee chance it could be a coin. 87, 89. Maybe not. False alarm, I think. What's that? It's green. It's a bit of bronze. It is a wee bit of bronze. Yep, definitely a little fragment of bronze, so sign of metal working. Well, I should have been home about 40 minutes ago, and Simon's still out there digging. He's addicted. I'm going to have to drag him off this field. But we're finishing there, or at least I am. And what I'll do is I'll show off the last, in fact I'll show off all of my finds in the light box. So don't go anywhere. Well, I managed to drag him off the field eventually. It's virtually pitch dark. Don't be fooled by the bright on the horizon. It's definitely not that bright in real life. But yeah, we did it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Simon got a halfpenny right at the end. George the Fifth, but pretty toasted. So I got 4 coins, you got 3?
Yeah, I think so.
4-3. So that is what we call in Scotland a bloodbath. So yet again, the XP DEUS II champions the Equinox 800. But I don't think we can use this as a fair comparison because Simon hasn't even read the manual yet. So
I read that chapter every night.
he looked at the pictures.
my feet round now.
So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you like what you see and you're not already subscribed, then hit that button, and hopefully we'll see you on the next dig. Take care and thanks for watching. Welcome back to the light box. Well, as you can see, I got a huge amount of finds, and these are just the non-iron, non-aluminium, non-tinfoil finds. So I probably dug over 100 holes. Got a few coins. This is one of my favourites, I think. This is George II, and it's in great condition, as you can see. Unfortunately a bit damaged, but still, in terms of the detail, the portrait, it shows you that there's not been a lot of fertiliser used on the soil, and it's about as good a condition George II as you're liable to find. So that's 1727 to 1760. Bit rougher on the back, but Britannia is there. Another coin. This is George V. Bit crusty, corroded, but still you can identify it, which is a start. And then another penny, which fared much better. George V again. Date-wise, 1917. My little lead wheel, probably off a child's toy, made of lead. A wee gold gilded button, probably Georgian, I'm guessing, but nice wee thing, probably 1800s. A thimble, had quite a few thimbles recently, but this one's copper alloy. Now this interesting little thing here, this is lead. Don't know, a couple of theories. It could be a sprue, so it could be from someone pouring lead into a mould, but it seems awful long for a sprue. Could it be a stylus? Could it be for writing with? Not sure, but interested to hear what you all think. Another wee coin, a little halfpenny, which is also gorgeous George V. And then this as well, which is very interesting, which is the profile of a bowl or a pot, bronze or copper, probably bronze, probably a cooking pot, and that could be medieval, could be post-medieval, but still, it's probably got a good age to it. It's going to be at least 300 or 400 years old. So interesting. Half of a horse brass, which would have been a bright gold colour originally, used for decoration on a Shire horse. And then my massive plug, which is an absolute whopper, probably out of a drinking trough, I'm guessing. And then this little ball, which when I originally found it I thought it's going to be a musket ball, and it is I think a hat pin. So that's where the pin would have attached into the ball, and this was to stop your hat from blowing off. You'd pin that through the bun of your hair. And then the interesting item, which is 100% swastika. And what I don't know is it pre-World War II or is it from that era? As I think I mentioned in the video, there were a lot of prisoners of war, Italian and German, in the area where I was detecting, and they weren't allowed as part of the Geneva Convention. You weren't allowed to be involved in anything that was working towards the war effort, the military. So a lot of them were put to agriculture. So they were often in the fields and they were planting and harvesting and caring for livestock. So could that have been dropped by a German prisoner of war? Or is it some sort of pendant that was worn by a sympathiser to the German cause? As I say as well in the video, there were quite a number of people in the UK, thankfully not very many, but there were some who were quite sympathetic to the Nazi cause. So you can see there are letters all the way around it. It could also be part of a medal, the face off of a medal. So so let me know if you recognise that. I'll give you a wee zoom in. If you recognise that, or writing, if you can read it, because I can't. I'm sure that says 4 on the top left. But if you recognise it, then let me know in the comments. And often you'll ask, well, what else do you find? Well, this is the This is just the rest of the non-iron, non-tin foil, non-aluminium. Well, that was a curious wee thing. This wee bit of lead. It's almost like a stopper, but it's got this hole in the top. So I don't think it's a pot mend, because I can't see a gap where there's pottery. So it looks to me more like a lid or a stopper for a bottle. So yeah, if you know, then let me know. So there you go. That's the extent of the finds from today. And obviously Simon's already gone, so nothing for him. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And if you're not already subscribed, then please hit that button. And hopefully we'll see you on the next dig. Take care, and thanks for watching.